Project Challenge. It is October 2018, and we're back again, and it's the beginning of day one, and looking forward to seeing people, meeting people. What we're doing is obviously telling people about how wonderful PMO Flashmob is and why you should come along, and some of the things that we've got going on in the next few months. We're also going to try and capture some visitors to the stand, what their biggest PMO challenge is, and what's your PMO scar. So we'll fill you in when you come back later and see how we're doing that. And we're also obviously telling people about the training side, the sister company, PMO Learning. Got lots of stuff to give away. So yeah, let's see how the day progresses. We'll let you know some of the stuff we're learning. All right, bye.
Hello. I'm Ken Burrell from Pragmatic PMO. Today I'm at Project Challenge and I'm on the PMO Flashmob stand. I've been here about an hour or two, and already some people are coming up with some interesting topics to put on our PMO wall here. So we've been talking to people about what their biggest challenge is, and we've got a couple of interesting ones. How much coaching should the PMO do? So it's always a sensitive one, that. Does coaching even belong in the PMO as a function? Running a voluntary PMO with volunteers. So yeah, I guess that must be quite a hard thing to do, maybe in a third sector organisation or a charity, something like that, a club or an association, quite a difficult thing. Will AI and bots run the PMO of the future? Well, I really hope not, because I'd like to think there's a job for me in it somewhere. And here we go, setting up a repository to capture and share lessons learned. That's an interesting one, because in many places we read about the importance of having such a repository, but there's very little guidance about how to set one up and manage it. Yeah, so a few useful things coming out there. Nothing yet on what's your PMO scar, so hopefully we'll collect a few of those later on today. Speak to you later.
Hi, I'm John McIntyre from hotpmo.com here at the PMO Flashmob stand at Project Challenge 2018. We're drawing to the end of the day now. It's been an incredible day. There's been a lot of people coming over for conversations, exploring PMO as a career opportunity, exploring PMO learning, and just having general chit-chats around some of the challenges they're facing in today's modern PMOs. Over here you can see some of the things we've been talking about today. How much coaching should the PMO do? How do you run a voluntary PMO in a voluntary organisation? We've looked at financing, we've looked at how we can bring soft skills in, the flexibility, empathy, and we've looked at Agile. Agile is something that's come up quite a few times. How do we do Agile in transformation projects? How do we negotiate rates? That's nothing to do with Agile. How do we foster communication is another major theme that's come up. So fostering communication here, and communication crucially between people, data and systems. One of the best things I love about being on this stand at Project Challenge is the conversations that you have with real PMO practitioners. The fact that people are coming over, sharing their ideas, sharing their challenges, and being accepting of open questions and challenges to their status quo. I don't think there's one person that hasn't walked away from this stand today with a fresh idea, something they want to experiment with, something that they want to try differently in the future. And I'm really looking forward to seeing a lot of these people at PMO Flashmob events in the near future.
It's Shane here from Faltech, digital market agency consultancy based in Angel in Islington. So I've just had a really interesting 2 days at Project Challenge. I've went to presentations on project planning, Agile working, and then different case studies done by Waitrose and the Houses of Parliament, which was all really interested. I've also helped out at the PMO Flashmob stand. It's the networking group for PMOs in London. And so it's really interesting talking to different people throughout the days, just different experiences, explaining how the group works and the different types of events that we have, ranging from PMO mini masterclasses to networking events in London and elsewhere in the UK.
So we're at the end of 2 days at Project Challenge in London. It's been another busy time for us. Always really interesting to meet lots of different people from different walks of life, different types of PMO. Obviously meeting quite a lot of people like project managers and program managers, and you know they're picking up things and taking stuff back to their teams and things, which is great. And as we know, we always have a board going on just to try and catch some of the stuff that people are asking about. So the questions for the second day was how did you get into PMO? Because we hear a lot about how people are getting into this stuff. But also at the bottom one here was about what your PMO career highlight is. And so some of the things about how people get into PMO. You would actually meet quite a lot of people that have come from that project manager background and then gone into PMOs. But but also there's quite a bit of, and I think you still get this a lot as well, which is by accident. And they've had people that have graduated, people that have moved from project coordination to project support, interesting. I thought it was quite interesting how many people have been project managers actually before they went into PMO, so they saw the light. And the other one, it's just interesting when you ask people for kind of like success stories and stuff. If you can see the these are the challenges that people come up with. Here's the good stuff, and I think we sometimes, I think that highlights just how well we don't do at understanding what some of these successes are in our career. I mean, even just things like for this one, it's just about being a success story is just being in a great PMO, working with great people. Other things are like people actually setting up stuff from scratch and seeing things work for the organisation. So other things are, again, different types of programmes. So this one's actually being involved in the Olympics, so being proud about the actual programme that they're working on. And the other one there is about being a part of a team that actually churned around an NHS trust and special measure. So sometimes, being part of a programme or project that is public good, makes people really, really pleased and proud to be doing the PMO job. So, end of 2 days, and time for a sit down. Bye.